Hello, I'm Luis Garcia. Let me show you on this last video another example of how to use this add-on with this piece here. This piece is part of a room that I'm making for create an architectural visualization. Let me show you here in Unreal. Okay, is this piece here, and I want to show some files here. Let me show you. Let me simulate, play. Okay, so this side of this piece work very nice. The physics was very nice, but if I go under, for example, and I want to shot through this hole, the ball not collide with something. Okay, so now let me show you the physics shape for this piece, the collision, sorry. And here you can see the convex is nice, but the concave part is filled with a solid part, for say that. And this is because when I upload, when I import this piece, I have checked the one convex hull per UCX. So this create only one piece because I had one piece with a concave shape in this side. If I uncheck this, Unreal Engine will create a bunch of pieces to match the shape, but was very irregular, etc., and sometimes can fail. And well, I was decided that maybe will be better do it in Blender. Okay, so for have this concave shape. So let me show you now in Blender. Let me close this window. So let me show in Blender what I do. I split the original collision shape here in bunch of cubes like that, and I will use every cube as a hull when I upload, so I will create bunch of collisions like that. And well, if you see here, the name is cube, so it's not optimized for to be a collision of this object. So the first I need to do here is assign all these pieces a name for become a collision objects for this object. Okay, so this object is called cube window. So I copy this name and I go to the rename tools. I use custom name because I want this. I click here, then I go to my collision shapes. I select all my collision shapes, and I want to rename the objects and the data, and I want these objects as colliders, and I want the suffix and the prefix for the collision mesh on the object and on the object data name. So now just press rename, and all the cubes here are named properly, And another thing I need to do, if you see the collision, the pivot point on this piece is here, and this is because on this scene things like the walls and the pillars here and these pillars, I have the pivot point here, because then when I import I use must set to 0, 0 and 0, and all the scene will be placed, all the objects will be placed in the correct location, because when at the first moment I designed this scene, I was not planning upload to an engine, was for take a still render image, so I not pay attention to grids or something like that. So I decided the best was place the pivot point for all pieces in the same place, and then just put 0, 0, 0. And then for make architectural visualization here on Unreal, I think is enough. Okay, so now I have all the collision shapes assigned to this window, and the next step is set the pivot points for these pieces, because as you can see is on the center of the cubes, and I want here for the collisions. So I select this piece and I set the collision pivots, and then all the pivots are correctly set up. And then I only need to export this, so I go to export tools. I want this static mesh. I don't want the pivot to center, because I want maintain this, and also is at the center. I want to export the collision objects. I want the FBX name as the object name, so will be curved window. And I want on the UE assets folder, so I just click export, and it's exported now. So I go to Unreal Engine here, and I will import curved window, open. And here I make sure that I check one convex hull per UCX, and it will create one cube for one cube here in Blender. I import that. I have here now, let me check if I have a collision objects. Yes, I have it. So now I can drag here. Let me assign the materials. Let me assign it on this window, because I can check the highlight. This will be Chrome. So Chrome bar, Chrome instance. Okay, and this will be glass 2. Okay, perfect. So now I'll drag here, and I will replace this piece. I don't like it, and I will put this at 0, 0, 0, and 0. The rotation is not the same, because I have imported this from another file here. So I rotate this just here. Okay, perfect. So let's try the collision with this. Play. Perfect here. see here now. Click on the mouse wheel. What happened here? Oh, something happened here. Maybe are the pillars, because, or maybe is the floor. Maybe the floor have something. Let me do another test here, because I want to be sure that these collisions are properly placed. Play. Woo. Okay. Yeah, was the floor. Okay, so now you can see, you can shot. Okay, so that's it. And as in other videos, I say, I hope this can help you, and see you next time.